Okay, some cool things you can do on your Firestick, like use your voice to open up third-party applications, your favorite applications, your cinema, your BT, all of that favorite stuff can be opened with your voice. You can also optimize your Firestick with your voice. You can also block updates on your Firestick. If you're fed up of Amazon making changes onto your device, let's now block those updates so they can now no longer be installed on your device. Let's also control our entire house without Firestick. And lastly, one bonus tip, if you get to the end, on some other cool things you can do directly on your Firestick. Now, the first one, as I'm sure you guys know, you can use your voice to open up official applications. Like I can say, open Netflix. And in a couple of seconds, my device should open up Netflix. And you can see it does exactly that. Now, let's say I want to open up my favorite third-party application like the cinema one. Well, did you know you can do this? One voice command, and you can see now on the screen, it's now taking me to my favorite third-party streaming application. So how do we get this? Well, there's actually an application available directly on the Amazon App Store called App Opener. So if I go to search, let's now type in app and then opener. We can see here it is. This is the application there. So when you install this onto your device, when you open the application for the first time, let me do that now. It basically gives you a list of all of the applications on your device, and it's asking you that whichever application you select now, the next time you open up this application with your voice, it will take you straight to the application. So I can now see all of the applications on my device. Here, for example, we can see this retro gaming application called Happy Chick. Let's select that. Let's now press back on the remote, back again. Now, of course, if I try to use the name of the application to open it with my voice, open Happy Chick, that's not going to work because it's not an official application directly on the Amazon App Store. But because we've now set the application inside App Opener, I can just use my voice and say, open App Opener. And this should now automatically launch Happy Chick for us. And it's done exactly that. Let's back out of that. Let's do that one more time. Open App Opener. And we can see once again, using my voice is taking me to that third-party application. And of course, you can replace this application with any of your favorite streaming applications, care application, any application that you like. You can now fully open that with your voice. Now, this leads me on to the second tip, which is basically, how can I use my voice to free up some memory on my device? Well, if I now firstly show you how much memory I have available on my device by searching for the Developer Tools menu, which is available directly on the Amazon App Store. Here we are, Developer Tools menu. Let's click on that. And this immediately shows you on the top, once you enable the System X-Ray, let's turn that on. That right now, my device has around about 516 megs of free memory. And of course, this is the third generation Fire TV Cube, which does come with the 2 gigs of RAM, I believe. Okay, let's now press the home button. So how can I now optimize my device by using my voice? Well, what we need to do is if we reset the app opener, let's go to applications. Let's go to manage install applications. Let's now find app opener in the list. And this is how you basically reset the app opener if you want to change whichever app the application opens. So I'm going to click on the app and select clear data. Click on OK. So we've lost that configuration. Let's now open this up. And now we have to select again which application you want to launch with this application. I'm going to go ahead and find Fast Task Killer, which is a good application to close down foreground running tasks. So I'll quickly go through the list. We have this Fast Task Killer, which is available directly on my website, and I will leave a link below. Let's now select that. Okay, so this is the application that's going to launch. Let's now press back on the remote, back again. So now anytime you feel like, oh, my device is running a bit slow, it's running a bit sluggish, or I'm about to start my streaming session, my movie night session, let me quickly refresh my device before I do that. So now without opening up any app manually, I can just use my voice and say, open app opener. And this should now automatically launch the Fast Task Killer. We can see it's done exactly that. And my device now has around about 550 megs of free memory. So super easy to use. Just use your voice and you can then invoke the app opener to open up the Fast Task Killer, or if you just want to use it to open up your favorite third-party streaming application, you can now once again use your voice to get that job done. So that's the first and second tip. Next up, you want to control your entire house using your Fire Stick or Fire TV. Well, on your device, if you just press the blue button here, let's press that once. That should now bring up this dashboard where I can now start the smart home dashboard. So let's click on that. This will now show you any devices, any smart devices you have plugged into your house that are connected through the A-Word network. So you've added devices, you've onboarded smart plugs, maybe thermostats, maybe the Ring camera, any device you've onboarded through that platform, you can now control it directly from your Fire Stick smart dashboard. Say, for example, we can see inside plugs, I've got my studio lights here, so I can click on that. And we can see that then turns those lights off, which you just saw in the camera there. Let's put those back on. I don't actually have a Ring camera myself. I use another brand. But if you do use the Ring camera, you'll actually see a pop-up picture-in-picture on the screen, so you can monitor exactly what the camera is showing. You can even talk through your Fire Stick to the camera. So maybe if the postman is delivering a package, or maybe you need to say something, you can have that full two-way conversation directly using your Fire TV device. So that's the built-in smart dashboard, and it actually works really, really well. Next up, you want to block updates on your Fire Stick, Fire TV, because you're happy with your device, you're happy with the current state of software, and you just don't want Amazon to make any more changes on your device without your permission. So how can you do that? Well, there are a couple of different methods on how you can block these updates. I'm actually exploring a few different ones, but a super quick one you can do very, very easily is just by changing your DNS servers on your device to ones where these updates are then blocked. Say, for example, on my third generation Fire TV Cube, the first thing I'm going to do is make a note of my current IP address, my subnet mask, and also my gateway, or you can just take a picture with your phone. So we can see on my device, my IP address ends in 148. Once you confirm that, let's now go back to my Wi-Fi settings. And I'm now going to disconnect from my Wi-Fi by pressing the context key, pressing the select button, and I've now disconnected. I'm now going to connect back to the same Wi-Fi network. I'm going to type in my password, but this time, instead of clicking on connect, I'm going to click on where it says advanced. So let me quickly type in the password. Let's now click on advanced. And it's now asking me for the IP address. So let's now type in the IP address that we saw on the previous screen. So I can now type in that same IP address ending in 148. So 192, let's type that in and click on next. The gateway in my house was 192.168.0.254. So I'm typing that in. And lastly, I think it asks you for your subnet mask, which for 255.255.2550 is a 24-bit subnet mask. So mine is 24, which is the most common one. Let's click on next. Now this is the key part here. So I'm now going to enter in DNS server where I know those updates are blocked. Now, depending on your region, I will show you a couple of options on the screen. So there's one local to USA, there's one local to Europe, one local to South America, one local to Asia. So I'm going to go for the Europe one. Let's click on next. Let's ignore the second DNS and let's click on connect again. Give that a second. And do we have a connection? That says connected. I can now press the home button. Let's just confirm we have network connectivity. I can open up YouTube. That opens fine. I can now browse the content in here. So how do we actually know that those updates are now blocked on my device? Well, if I go over to the settings, let's go into my Fire TV. Let's go to about, and now when I click on check for updates, and can you believe it now, my device, because of that DNS block, should now no longer be able to check for updates anymore. And we now get update errors. So because of that DNS change, those requests are being sent to that particular DNS server where it's been configured to block all of those requests going off to the Amazon servers. Now, it is worth mentioning that this DNS server or these DNS servers belong to a member of the XDA forums. And I will leave a link to his original post down below. So you could say there could be some potential security concerns of using somebody else's DNS server, but he's been on the forums for a long time. I have no reason not to trust him. And if you're looking for a super easy way to block updates, then this is definitely one option. I do actually have another video coming in the next week or so, which will give you more options to block updates. So if you're looking for another way to block updates on your device, make sure you are subscribed with all notifications so you know exactly when that video drops. But again, this is one super easy way on how you can block updates on your device by changing your DNS servers. And for the last one, if you're looking for the best streaming applications, the best Firestick utilities, the best Firestick applications, what's the easiest way to get these applications onto your device? Well, the great thing is we can open up Downloader and we can now type in this quick code, which will take you to a safe, trusted repository where you can really find the best applications out there. And that code is just 874521. Let's type that in and click on go. And this will take you directly to that particular site, which actually belongs to Kevin Portier. So great YouTuber. I will leave a link to his channel in the video description. He's basically created this site, which is regularly updated. So you always have the latest versions. He's a trustworthy YouTuber. So anything you see on here will be fully scanned, fully virus scanned. So you're not going to get any kind of virus or any kind of malware. You really can go ahead and install all of these applications on there. Now, I don't want to scroll down in case something violates YouTube policies, but just trust me when I say if you are looking for any kind of streaming application, you'll definitely find the best stuff on his page. So that's pretty much this video, guys. Many thanks for watching. Do leave me a comment below. Let me know if you knew all of these secret tips and tricks already, or if some of them were new for you. So really appreciate your support, and I'll hopefully catch up with you guys real soon. Thanks.